And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Sam Rocks and the Giants.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown!
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
They'll try and throw for him. On the move to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Check right. Check.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your left and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner puts it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it, and boy, did they pick them.
Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run once more with Taylor.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Shamrocks go up by 2 touchdowns.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 16-point deficit. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Shamrocks are able to add on to their first half lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Back to throw here. Steps away. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Now out come the Giants.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He completes this to Russell Gage. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Russell Gage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Shamrocks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw again and make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So a little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Shamrocks will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've reached halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards.
And the Shamrocks are an extra point away from going up by 30.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Here's the Giants offense now, getting set to start the third quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard down in the 23. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 9 now. The football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Taking on the midfield logo. Touchdown! A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're trying to play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. They'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I won't play cards against this guy in the locker room. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he coughed it up. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll set up to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Personal foul. Baseline. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a first down. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant